Now you have a 2-month-old. You just told me before we started chatting. How does this mortgage-free journey and all that you're doing to build your wealth affect your generational wealth plans for the future? Talk to us about that.
Man, well, I didn't come from money. My parents were immigrants from the Middle East, and so we're kind of changing our family tree, going from not a place of survival to a place of thriving, to where we go, she's never going to have to worry about money. Her college is going to be covered. She's not going to go into student loan debt like I did when I was younger. She's going to have all of the expenses covered. Mom and dad aren't going to be fighting about money. She's not going to grow up seeing that, because there's no money fights to be had. We're on a written plan every month. We're aligned in our values and our principles. And so that's huge. I'm excited to see her grow up. The biggest problem I have now is helping her, fight against entitlement. Because as you know, when you raise a kid in an environment that doesn't have money stress, the challenge becomes, how do we make sure, she still has gratitude and contentment when it comes to stuff, and not just feeling like, money, please. And so I'm excited to teach her as she grows that money comes from work. Money doesn't just come from mommy and daddy's wallet for allowance. But as Dave said, she's got me wrapped around her finger. And so, if she wants the pony, we're going to have to go, all right, I guess we need a pony fund now. She's got to get what she wants. So that's going to be the fun challenge to have. But we're so excited. We've already, started funding her 529 plan for college. And that's just a huge, it was a moment to go, like, things change. Yeah. Things are going to change. Our family's forever going to be different because of the sacrifice we made for those few years.
I love that. We too are funding our children's 529 plans, but at the same time, we're seeing this student loan debt crisis and college increase of costs, just sort of ball of fire in the background, and being like, is this worth it? I mean, you're a dad and you're just starting out now. You got 18 years before this decision. Ooh. What are your thoughts in your brain right now as you're seeing all that's going on, the price increases, the student loan crisis? Is college worth it to you as a young father?
I feel strongly that in 18 years from now, we're going to see college take a whole nother shift and turn to where less and less people are going to go, this doesn't make sense for me. It's not worth the purchase. It's like if cars went up and there were $200,000 for a car, we'd all be like, we're going to get scooters and bikes. We're just going to start avoiding this because there's no ROI on this decision. And so for her, I just want her to have options, and I don't want to get to the end and she goes, oh, I do want to go to college. And my path to my career that I want to do, that I love, requires this further education. I don't want to go, well, we thought you might not go, so we didn't save anything, and now you got to go into student loan debt. I'd rather be prepared for that. And 529 plans, you can always draw against. If they get scholarships or grants for $20,000, well, you can withdraw that tax-free to your bank account. And so there's also new Secure 2.0 Act provisions that allow you to move a portion of that money to a Roth IRA. And so I'm not concerned about losing that money. You can also change the beneficiary name later on. So it can go to a grandson, it can go to a sibling, you name it. We can keep that in the family and help others avoid the burden of student loan debt.
I love that. Yeah, I love the increased flexibility for the 529 as our kids are getting older. I too fall in the same category as you. I want her to have some options. I want my son to have some options as they get older and decide.
Well, I have a communications degree. Yeah. I'm a YouTuber now. You know what I mean? Like, that's the reality of it. And so who knows? We may all just be YouTubers 20 years from now making content. I have no idea. So
pretty sure that's both what my kids want to do.
Direction she goes. Yeah. Did you get a degree?
I got a communications degree as well, and I also YouTube.
Look at us YouTubers out there communicating.
Hey, well, we're using the degree, right? I mean, we're communicating. So
we are. You want to make fun of communication degrees? You're listening to us. We're not listening to you, audience.
That's true. Make fun of it all you want. Absolutely.